Today I wanted to share with you some of the apps that I found essential to running a YouTube channel, as well as understanding how YouTube works. Most of these apps are free, and yeah, we're just gonna get straight into it. There are three major aspects to having a YouTube channel. So you have your content, your visual, and your analytics. I'm gonna try and keep this as short as I can because I know you're just here wanting to know which apps you can use. The first aspect is your visual. So visual is basically your thumbnail. So your YouTube thumbnails are the deciding factors of whether or not that impression will become a view, or your viewer will just, not click on your video and not watch it. So your thumbnails are really important. They need to stand out. And remember that your thumbnail won't just be there on a page alone. It will be around different videos with different thumbnails. And most of those thumbnails are definitely going to be standing out. If your thumbnail is dull and the colors are just not there and it's not making sense, the chances of someone clicking on that video is very slim, because we all work with our eyes. If something isn't appealing to my eye, I will probably not eat it, not use it, not watch it. So the first app that I have is a really good app for setting up the layout of your thumbnail. So you can, play around with pictures. You can make them different sizes. You can just use the same image twice and make it, face a different directions. I don't know how to say that. It has some really cool text effects. It also allows you to overlay different images. So let's say a Twitter icon, or whatever you want to put on top of that thumbnail, it allows you to do that, and it's all for free without any watermarks. So there won't be anything there in the corner of your thumbnail saying Phonto. The first app is Phonto. I don't think I said that in the beginning, but yes, the first app is Phonto. The second app that is really good for creating your thumbnail is one that allows you to edit the image itself. So the brightness, the contrast, you can add grain to your photo. It's a photo editing app, and it's called Snapseed. This is one of the best apps I've used, honestly, for editing any type of pictures, YouTube thumbnails, Instagram pictures, everything. This is where it's at, because all of the features are free. There isn't any in-app upgrade to unlock this situation. So you have access to a whole lot of tools that work amazing. It's a really good app. It doesn't change the quality of your photo, which is the best thing, because you want your YouTube thumbnails to be of high quality. The third app I would say isn't really an essential, but it's VSCO. If you're trying to give your thumbnails the same feel, and you're trying to make your thumbnails look coherent and kind of give it the same vibe, you can use VSCO. There are a lot of filters on there, and you can just add the same filter onto all of your thumbnails. That way everything just looks clean and in order, if that's what you're looking for. So I forgot about one app that I wanted to tell you guys about. It is the Eraser app, and this app basically just does exactly what the name says. It erases. It allows you to change the background of certain pictures to being transparent. If you have your Twitter icon but it's against a white background, you can use the app to remove the white background, and you will have the icon alone, and then you can move that icon and put it on your picture, and there won't be anything behind it, and it would work great. So the second aspect is your content. If your thumbnail is amazing and then your viewer clicks onto your video and the content is not there, they would probably click off 1 minute into the video, and we don't want that. We want our viewers to watch our videos all the way to the end, so that we have a better watch time. The most important part of this is your editing. I'm sure there's a lot of editing apps out there, but the ones that I've used are iMovie, Final Cut Pro, and Premiere Pro. iMovie is free, and it comes with any Apple product. Final Cut is an Apple editing software as well, so I'm pretty sure that's only available in the App Store. Premiere Pro is available on all platforms, but iMovie is the only free one. Premiere Pro goes for about $300, which is like at the moment 4,999 rand, so like 5,000 rand. It's a once-off purchase, so you buy it and then it's with you forever. And Premiere Pro goes by a monthly subscription to the Creative Cloud. So I would definitely say that iMovie is more of a beginner app. If you've never done any editing at all, iMovie would be great, because it's the simplest out of everything. It has the most simple features. It's extremely easy to understand. There aren't a lot of things going on iMovie. There is another editing app that I've heard of that is free. It's called Filmora. I've never used it before, but I do watch quite a few YouTubers who use it to edit, and from watching their videos, I can tell that it's a good editing app. Like, you would be able to do what you need to do with that app. So now let's say you've edited all your raw footage and you've kept what you want in the video. A lot of people want to put background music in their videos and put a swoosh sound effect, or I don't know, a green screen with fire. right? A lot of people want to do that. For that, you would need to have YouTube, which is actually really ironic, but YouTube is one of the biggest resources for you as a content creator. There are channels with no copyright music, there are channels with all the sound effects. I'll leave one of the videos with sound effects down below in the description for you guys, but I found all of this stuff on YouTube. If it's not YouTube, most of the times creators go to SoundCloud to find no copyright music, but anything that you find on YouTube will be a video, so you would need to convert that. I forgot the names of the websites that I use for conversion, but I will put them up here. Those are the ones that I use to change the videos into MP3 or to MP4 and then download them onto my laptop. So the third and final aspect, which is one of the most important, but then again, all of these aspects that I've mentioned before are important. These are your analytics. So analytics is basically just analyzing your numbers, right? So analyzing and understanding how YouTube works and how they push out content and how, you know, certain videos pop up more than others, how some videos get more views than others. The first app that every content creator on this platform needs to have is YouTube Studio. This is where you have access to your watch time, your subscribers. You can track your analytics via your phone. You can see a multitude of things on this app. You need to keep track of how things are moving, whether or not your videos are improving, whether or not your watch time is increasing or decreasing. All of these factors play a huge role in growing your channel, which is what I'm assuming you are trying to do. And YouTube does a really great job of explaining all of these indicators to you very clearly. The second app, which is the golden app, TubeBuddy. So TubeBuddy is like a YouTube Studio, but it gives you more details regarding your title, whether you're hitting certain criteria. They have this page where they tell you whether or not you've uploaded a high resolution thumbnail, if your tags match your description and your title. You know, there's a multitude of things, which actually brings me to one of the most important features of TubeBuddy that I've found so far. You know, in your tags of your videos, it will give you tag suggestions. Let's say you have a haul, right? And I'll use my Zaful haul as an example. I did a haul on my channel and the title is Zaful Try On Haul and Review South Africa, because that's where I was at the time and that's where I ordered my stuff. So when you go onto TubeBuddy and you scroll down to your tags, it will give you a suggestion of tags, right? And the tags are important because that is how YouTube determines whether your video is suitable for the person searching Zaful Try On Haul. If your tags match the content and your title and your description, then the chances of YouTube pushing out your video are greater. So let's say your viewer wants to see that haul, they will definitely type Zaful haul. If you have the words Zaful and haul in your title, in your description, and in your tags, the chances of your video being there on the search page is greater than if you didn't have those keywords in your videos. So those are all of the apps that I wanted to suggest to you today. Most of the apps that I've mentioned are free and give you a lot of tools for you to do all of these things. So if you have any suggestions that I might have not mentioned, please leave them down in the comment section. I'm sure any creator watching this or future creator watching this would want to try them. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you in the next video.